YouTube? It's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back at it again with another video. Let's get into the layoffs. You already know, if you've been on the channel, every month companies are laying off by the thousands, tens of thousands at that. And now with the big beautiful bill in place, it's looking like more companies will have to lay off in the near future. Or if it's not more companies, it'll be the same companies letting go more workers. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
So I just heard that Microsoft laid off over 9,000 of their employees today. And if that does not make you sick, if you are a well-qualified candidate in this job market, I don't know what will, because these are not low-level employees. These are people with degrees, multiple degrees probably, certifications, years and years and years of experience that are entering the job market and competing with you, especially if you have a job like me right now and are looking for a job. It is so difficult out here. And then you add on the fact that this big, beautiful bill just got signed. So these are also people who probably will not have health care because they don't qualify for it. I'm not seeing a resolution within the next 6 to 12 to 24 to 48 months. Even just the state of this economy, I'm trying to figure out, what does it look like? What are the next steps? What are we to do? And I live in fear that I'll be laid off next, and I don't know what I will do. How will I pay my bills? But I've been actively applying for jobs on LinkedIn for a couple months now, and even a project coordinator role as a PMP certified project manager with over 7 years of experience. It's been hard for me to even land those, so keep that in mind.
I made a video maybe about 4 or 5 months ago when I said what's happening in the public sector is going to happen in the private sector, and people, oh no, it's about time, this happened in the federal government and blah, blah, blah. Mind you, the federal government has been understaffed for a very long time. And now there are a lot of private sector layoffs, a lot. And a lot of people did not care when it was happening to federal employees, right? They did not care. They said we deserved it. I remember because I was like, wow, we're the enemy now? That's crazy, right? But I don't wish this on it. I don't wish it on anybody, right? Losing employment, losing your livelihood, that is traumatic as fuck. And nobody deserves that unless you're a bad employee. But that's a different thing. Y'all, what these people are doing is impacting every single last one of us in some way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, until more people are impacted by this, I don't think people are going to really, really care. Because people, people are starting to care, but it's not there yet. The pot's not bubbling. I thought it would be bubbling by now, but it's not. It's not bubbling yet. But yeah, it sucks. But I said if they can get away with it in the public sector, the private sector is gonna be off the chain. But y'all just, be mindful of your spending, just try to do your best, because it's going to get rough. It's going to get very rough out here.
All right, this is Uncle Mooch. I see a lot of posts going around about major layoffs in 2025. Microsoft cut 9,000. We have a lot more companies, so a lot of companies are reducing their workforce in 2025. So Microsoft, they cut 9,000. Tik-tok cut jobs in the U.S. e-commerce. Bumble reduced their workforce by 30%. Intel cut 54 in Forsum. Raytheon cut 142 jobs. Salesforce cut 700 jobs. Amazon laid off staff in their book division. A lot of companies are restructuring because of economic hardship, and with the AI technology getting better and better, a lot of companies are going that route. AI doesn't sleep. It doesn't take days off. It doesn't do any of that stuff, and it doesn't ask for raises. But definitely stay strong out there, and let's just keep moving forward. Don't look back, keep moving forward, and things will get better.
Right, AI doesn't sleep. And that has me thinking. And when we say automation, I'm realistically thinking that the AI robots will be working 24/7. So these companies are going to just get ultra wealthy, money nonstop. Money will be coming in nonstop. If it's a facility that manufactures parts, say an average for a day, and this is just an example, say it was 10,000 parts. And then, after the shift is over, people go home. Now, if nobody's going home, it's just AI working all through the night. That's like 20, 30,000 parts going out. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Like I said, this is just an estimate, but I'm saying literally it will be money nonstop coming in. This is what they want. With me and with you, I'm sure you just want a stable life. You just want to be able to get some of the things you like, enjoy, take a trip every now and again. But for these billionaires, how much more could you need? You know, after a while, it seems like with me, I mean, life would get boring if I just got everything that I want. I no longer got that chase, that grind. So I don't know, man. It's all about power. It's a power thing. That's all it is. It's an ego thing. Like, it's an ego boost, I guess. Oh, I got this amount of money. Stupid to me. I don't know.
Hey guys, today's video is a little different. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but with everything happening in the job market, especially in tech, I feel like I needed to say something. Many of you know that I work in IT sales, and while I don't usually talk about my 9 to 5, I've really been feeling the weight of today's news. Microsoft, like many companies, just announced another round of layoffs. Thousands of incredibly talented people have been impacted, and this isn't just about one company. It's a reflection of how fast the world is changing, especially with AI. I've been in calls all day with mentors, with peers, etc. And this is a huge wake-up call. The skills that got us here might not be the ones that carry us forward. If you're in tech or in any industry, this is the time to invest in yourself. Learn how AI works. Learn how it can help you, not replace you. Learn how to prompt. Prompting is a skill. Learn how to automate your workflow, or just stay curious. Those small steps matter. I know it's tough out there, but I also believe in our ability to adapt, to grow, and to support each other. A lot of people are going through a transition right now. If you're going through a transition, you are not alone. Just take some time, let it sink in, and then invest in you.
3 days ago, I found out I'm being laid off on August 31st. That means it's 58 days till layoff. And what makes this absolutely insane is actually July 1st was the last day I had to let my building know if I was moving out without the 60-day notice and not renewing my lease. So as soon as I found out I was being laid off, I told them that I was not going to be renewing my lease. So the timing here seems to be perfect. I have to admit, I feel a little anxious and I feel extremely nervous, but I also feel very calm. Like this is supposed to be happening. The synchronicities are too weird and I cannot ignore them. First, I left a toxic job in October. 3 weeks later, I found the job that I am in now, and it's ending on the exact day that my lease ends. It got me to this point. It was back in my old industry, but the pay was not what I used to make. I enjoyed being back there and it was a lot of fun, but it definitely wasn't something long term. So now do I know what I'm gonna be doing? Absolutely not. In fact, a week ago, if you would have told me that I'd be trying to sell all of my belongings, that I was gonna be laid off this week, I would have laughed in your face. There's no way. But then I saw remote workers on my FYP page. I get laid off the next day. Then come all of the psychics. Today, my whole page is with people who are living remote and giving ideas on how you can make money. The last 4 years have been horrible. I've been laid off twice, started a business, lost it, lost all of my money, suddenly lost my father. I've just been surviving, but now it's time to start living. To normalize starting over in your 40s. If people want to judge, let them. I built my life before and I can do it again. How long as I figure this all out.
If you don't remember nothing else from this video, remember it's never too late to start over. I don't care if you're 40, 50, whatever. It's never too late. As long as you're alive, you still can strive, right? And a lot of people are going through having to do a restart. They built themselves up just to go back down, flat line, ground zero. Got to start over. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of the people you look up to these days didn't make it until they were older. Samuel L. Jackson, the founder of KFC, Colonel Sanders, even Oprah. And there's more. It's never too late. That's all I want you to remember from this video if you don't remember nothing else. I know I got an older crowd that's watching this. I appreciate y'all. I know a lot of us are going through this that are younger as well. If you're young, same thing. It's never too late. You just got to keep striving. You got to keep trying. Figure out what it is you want to do or what it is you're supposed to be doing. Push passion, push purpose. Chase that, and things will line up eventually. That's my belief. You got to have faith. Faith without works is dead.
Why even make games? Xbox just laid off like 9,000 people. And I gotta say, the video game industry is extremely lucky that their product is video games, because people love video games. It changes lives. They're passionate about them. And because of that, people will be willing to work and create them no matter what, despite the fact that the industry that employs them is absolutely trash, despite the fact that the checks ain't really that big, and despite the fact that the people you're creating them for also hate you. Like it's kind of wicked. And to think, at one point I wanted to work in the video game industry. Like I wanted to make video games. Not gonna hold you, I wouldn't dare. The game that Rare was working on, destroyed. The perfect dark game, out of there. I wouldn't be able to cope with the fact that I was working hard as fuck on the game, like really seeing it through. It was looking good, the reception was looking good. The company is talking about making money and being in a good position economically, and then out of nowhere, my shit get canned. All my hard work gets like literally tossed in the trash. I couldn't do it. And why would anyone want to roll that dice? Why would anyone want to deal with that? It's because people really like video games. People really like being involved in creating video. There got to be like a union or some shit, or everybody just go indie. I mean, I know that's easier said than done, but like go indie, throw out a Kickstarter, start that TikTok, that Instagram page, really build a following, and like just work that way, because the industry is ass. But make sure you tap in for more video game discussion.
Just got laid off of my corporate job at Microsoft. Literally 30.
You've just woken up to the reality. This video is for this girl and anybody who's impacted by layoffs. I know you guys are feeling a mix of emotions. You're feeling betrayed, you're feeling furious, but what I want you guys to use this moment is it's actually an opportunity to wake up to the reality of the business world. This is the reality, that all they owe you is the paycheck for the day's work. There's no loyalty, there's no family, there's no long-term security. You are out there for yourself. And all those other people, your managers, people you network with, they can't help you. They're in the exact same system. They're just trying to get by, and they can get laid off at any time. So this is the waking up moment. You can actually help yourself, because the moment you realize this is the game, you play by different rules. You're always looking out for yourself. You're never in an industry where you can be disrupted like this. The number one thing you're looking out for is your bank account, your checkbook, your well-being, your mental balance, your life quality becomes the most important thing, along with your financial security. You stop putting in extra time. You stop taking extra work. You don't do anything that is not going to directly benefit you or your bank balance, and you start playing the same game. When you find a new opportunity, you let them go the same day. If you're working multiple jobs, multiple opportunities like we do in the Salesforce ecosystem, they don't need to know about that. You're always looking out for number one, because this is the reality of business. The company's in for their profit, you should be in it for your profit. And if you guys want to learn about a really great industry to upskill into, check my content on here.
Why doesn't anybody talk about how hard it is to show up to work after they announce that they're doing layoffs? Like, you expect me to show up and want to work every day at my hardest, even though you may turn around and just say, poof, your job's gone tomorrow? I don't know about y'all, but I have zero, probably negative motivation to show up for this company who every 6 to 12 months threatens layoffs. I'm fortunate that I haven't been laid off at this point, but it's really frustrating when your director's response is, well, you're a nurse. It's fine if you get laid off because you have so much opportunity. Hey there, Joe. No, I don't, because I would rather go stick my feet in a pool of alligators than go back to the bedside as a nurse. I don't know about any other nurses, but I feel like if you've been in it, you know what I mean. And once you've been out of it, you're not going back. So while, yes, I have a nursing degree, if you've been ever a bedside nurse in the last 10 years, you know, there's no way I'm going back. So anywho, I don't know. I'm just feeling frustrated today and very unmotivated to work. And I just don't know if anybody else who gets threatened layoffs feels the same way. So if you've ever been threatened to be laid off, like, did you still show up 100% to work? Because it's not like it matters, right? Anyway, happy Wednesday.
I feel her on that. If I've seen all of my coworkers get fired and I'm still there left at that job, I wouldn't feel good. That wouldn't sit right with me. Cause I'm like, one of these days it's gonna be me. So I will come in every single day thinking, which day is gonna be that day? I don't know how people just still happily doing that job without that expectation weighing on them. That dark cloud being over their head like, man, I don't know, man. It's about to be my turn. I think people do. She's saying it, so people kind of do have that feeling. Like, you're not going to want to perform to the best of your ability. Your performance probably going to be down. Then that's going to be the reason they let you go. Well, you're not performing. How can I perform when I'm seeing everybody that I know get let go?
Hey y'all. So I'm making this video because maybe there's other people out there that have gone through this and can offer me some encouraging words of support, some advice. But basically, in a nutshell, I have been in a regional sales role in healthcare. Love my job. I've been here 3 years. I've been in the industry about 18 years. And I was just really out of the blue notified Monday morning that our investor group is essentially firing my company over their communities and selling to another senior living company. So what this means for myself and 20 of us, which is really about 2/3 of the regional and support team that this company had, is that effective July 31st, we will be without jobs. I was completely blindsided by this. I understand the business side of it. So I get it. It's really a business decision at the end of the day, but it's so hard to not take something like this personally. But it wasn't performance related or anything like that. It just blindsided all of us to get that news on Monday morning. You know, it's one thing if you're in a position or, you know, your current job is something that you don't really enjoy, then you're kind of like, okay, well, I guess this is just meant to be. But what makes this so hard is I love the company I work for, and this by far has been the best position I have ever had. Like, I love working every single day. I love the traveling I do for work, and I really, really love this job. So this has been just shocking. I spent pretty much all of Monday and Tuesday in bed crying on and off all throughout the day. I ate an entire pint of ice cream on Monday night. It was well worth it. I just needed to. Actually, I ate another pint of ice cream on Tuesday as well. So again, I just needed to get it out, you know, sob and be sad and be depressed and bed rot a little bit. But yesterday, I'm like, all right, it's hump day, it's Wednesday, it's time to get to work. So I updated my resume, I posted it on LinkedIn, Indeed, started chatting with recruiters. I do have an interview this afternoon for another district sales director position. So please say some prayers for me. Keep your fingers and toes crossed. We'll see how that goes. And I've got another interview next week. But the one this afternoon, I'm pretty excited about. So it's just crazy how this stuff happened. And I think one of the craziest parts about it is the fact that up to Sunday, I'm just was loving life, right? Loving my job, and just had no clue that come Monday morning, everything was just going to collapse. But that's what happens. It happens in corporate America. I worked really hard to get where I am. So I'm trying to not panic where, you know, I'm just interviewing and going to take any job that comes my way. I really don't want to take a pay cut. I could if I had to, but I don't want to. So again, I'm trying to just sort of take things day by day and at a steady pace, you know, and not make any rash decisions or anything like that, even though it's really, really hard not to when you get in a situation like this. I know we're going to have a little bit of a severance after this month, you know, and I've put some money aside and stuff to keep me going for a little bit, but I got to find something, and I hope to find something by the end of this month. But the job market is a little bit deceiving. They say unemployment is down and yada yada, but I actually think it's a really tough market depending on what field of work you're in. So I would love any just suggestions in the comments of what I need to do to prep for this. I am getting our doctor's appointments in this month for my son and I. We just had dental cleanings, so we're good there. I'm going to get I already have my prescriptions on 90-day supplies, so I'm going to get those filled this month, because after this month I won't have health insurance. I'll have to go in the marketplace because Cobra is just not going to be affordable. But if there's anything else you guys can think of that maybe I'm missing and I'm not thinking of, please mention it in the comments or something. I would really, really appreciate it. So thanks so much.
Do not believe the numbers. I know I don't believe the numbers. The unemployment rates don't correlate with the job market. They don't. You know they don't. You know, you look at those numbers and be like, that's a lie. That's cap. That is not true at all. That's fake, man. This has been the thing that they've been doing. They've been putting out fake claims about the job market. to try to have this perception that the world is in a better state than what it is. It's not true. What y'all think though? Don't take my word. Let me know what y'all think. Have anybody else ever felt that way too? I think they lying. I don't believe that.